Hi guys, Blake here today with Lilley's Resort and Marina on beautiful upper Lake Taneycomo. It is April the 2nd. No, just kidding, it's April the 1st. April Fool's Day. And I'm here today with a couple friends, DJ and Brandon. We've been out here fishing on the lake since, I don't know, before noon sometime. Awesome day of fishing, beautiful weather, a little chillier. I think it got to 32 degrees last night or something like that. But anyway, we're gonna do the one cast for you today. So it's about 6:30 in the evening. We wanted to wait until we got the camera out to do this evening bite here. We're starting just right here at the bottom side of the golf course, just a little bit above the brown house. They're running 2 units of water today, just like they were yesterday. And we are all 3 throwing 16th ounce white jigs with a red collar. 2 of us have 2-pound tests and 1 of us has 4-pound tests. Let's see. I was not working today. I was fishing all day, but most of the reports that we've had out here on the water, everybody seems to be catching fish pretty good. Most people are using... Oh, there's a fish. That's the first cast. Oh boy. Ooh, that's a nice one too. Steve Dickey actually just pulled up alongside of us just 5 minutes before we turned the video on and needed a weight on a fish. They caught a 8.5-pound brown trout that was 27 inches long. They were drifting 80th ounce white jigs underneath an indicator up by the dam. That's a really nice one. That might be my biggest one of the day so far. Ooh, my favorite noise in the world. And we've had a really great day. I mean, we're probably at the 50 fish mark by now. Like I said, we've been fishing since about 11:30 or so. He's really giving me the work here. And Brandon, the back of the boat, you haven't seen his face yet, but he caught his biggest Missouri brown trout ever at it was 17.5 inches long, but it was probably almost 5 pounds. It was an absolute football. He's cranky. He's very cranky. He does not like that net. All right, he's finished. Stick him. There we go. Yeah, I'll take it over here. Oh yeah, that's a beautiful trout, and we've been catching a lot of trout in this class today. And we've been throwing the 16th ounce jigs pretty much all day long. There we go. Look at that one. This one's probably 17 or so. It's just very thick shoulders. There it is. Right there. That was a fish on the first cast. I haven't done that in a while. And you know, some of the stretches that did the best for us today, from the cable kind of down to the first island there, that was a really productive stretch. 2 out of the 3 times we fished it today. The trophy run section where the rock bank ends and the clay bank begins, we did really well there, our first drift today. And yesterday I went out fishing in the morning, and that was my hot spot yesterday morning. There was a lot of fish stuck in those pockets and pools in there. And then I'd say our best stretch is where we started today, which is from about the end of the golf course over here on the south bank on the bluff. And something we've really figured out today with these jigs is that we're just casting and trying to keep a little more tension in the line and let that jig sink slower. The fish really seem to be hitting it on that slow fall. And so the goal is just kind of reel in a little extra slack and watch your line as that jig sinks. If you wait to feel the fish, they're already gone. They've already let go of it by the time you feel it. So you've really got to watch your line. And if your line jumps or does anything funny while it's sinking slowly, just set the hook. But that seems to be the best method we've found today so far. I think that if you were doing something like Captain Steve is doing right now with the real small jig under a float, I imagine it's getting kind of that same effect. Slow suspending, shad looking bait. And it seems to be, even when we got out first thing today, it seems that in the deeper pockets is where we've been picking up most of these fish. And we've caught a couple on the shallow side up by the dam, but for the most part, these fish have been pretty deep all day. It's been pretty windy off and on today. Whenever the wind does blow, it gets up to that 10 to 15 mile an hour area. But it stops occasionally. It just seems to blow about the time we get in the right spot to fish. Oh! Set the hook so hard we almost knocked the camera off. But they're still very hungry and looking for shad. We haven't deviated from our plan all day. It's just been white jigs all day. I did talk to a few other boats out here that said they were doing pretty fair on scuds and San Juan worms. I heard one guy say they were using a white mega worm, which right now would just kind of look like a shad floating under the water as well. The bite really slowed down from about 1:30 or 2 this afternoon until about 5:30, and it picked back up again. So I definitely suggest the morning bite and the evening bite. This has been a lot hotter. As we drift down these inside pockets, I've been using the trolling motor to slow the boat down and try to get as much, ooh, that was a fish, as much time in a pocket as we can. Dang, I can't believe I missed him. And these fish are definitely getting more chasey versus the last few days. We had a lot chase us back to the boat today, and there were quite a few times where you're able to stop the jig or slow it down right in front of the boat and catch the fish anyway. So they're starting to get a little more desperate to find a shad. Maybe in the next couple days they'll really want to chase a jerkbait pretty good. Got him? DJ is hooked up. Here, step up here, kind of where the camera can see you. And let me know if you need a net. Not a nice one? All right, let me reel mine in real quick. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a heavy one. Yeah, it's fat. Super fat. Got your jig out already? Yep. Look at these. It's gonna take a second. You wanna hold the fish up for the camera? Okay. If I can get a hold of him. Get a hold of him. He's thick. Very. I'm not one-handing that one, I can tell you that. Come here. Come here. They're so lively. It's just incredible. All right. I just want to get him to calm down. And Brandon's hooked up. There you go. Another huge fat one there. What you got, dude? Here's that another one. He's gonna need that. You just dig out of here. Yeah. Let me turn the action around on Brandon here. And let me make sure the boat's not gonna get pushed into that. You got him? All right, we got some live action going on here. We're floating through the middle of the Narrows. This is one spot you always got to make sure you're not getting pushed into those trees real fast. Man, that's like 3 18 or 19-inch trout in a row.
Probably want to measure this one.
Let me keep turning the camera action there.
You got around.
Hey, that'd be entertaining.
Man, that's a tank.
Oh man, that's definitely the biggest fish of the day.
Yeah, big fish today. He's probably pushing 20.
All right, Brandon has continuously put the heat on us today for the big fish.
Yes, he has.
Every time we get close. Yeah.
Yeah, it's breaking off. My jig's still stuck in that net too, or it was. Oh. I just broke it off.
All right. Oh my gosh.
You need him. I'd say we throw him on the board. He's probably
we're
19.
gonna measure him for sure. Here's your jig back.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
That's a
So
nice
here's
trout,
the one
buddy.
Brandon just caught.
All right.
That is a absolute tank of a fish. We're gonna give her the old bump board measurement for an exact 21 1/4.
Boom. Nice.
So Brandon just caught his first trophy fish. We'll put him back in the net for a second, make sure he's good. Oh yeah, he's plenty lively.
Yeah, he's fired up.
Oh man, well,
All right,
fishing.
I gotta retie.
Yeah, your jig's still in the net right there.
All right.
Now he's got to retie too, so I get a chance to try to catch one. Well, that action was intense. All right, so that about that same spot where Brandon just caught that one was where he caught his brown trout earlier, and I'm not sure if we're gonna top that.
I don't know that we can come back through there. Oh,
There's another one. Yeah, now that that sun has found its way over that hill over there, they are turned back on here. And we didn't get out until 11:30, like I said this morning, so it might have been real hot this morning too. But it's been pretty steady good all day. Make sure I didn't pull my mic out in that commotion. But I'd still say consistently from the Brown House down here through the Narrows and even a little bit past Fall Creek has been our best spot for catching fish today. It's also the spot where we've caught the biggest fish. Oh, there was another one. Hear that? Pretty sure that was an eagle. They make some really crazy noises. There's one. He took that. I think I got this one. He's getting all kinds of wrapped up in the line though. Come here, little buddy. There you go. But I think this white bite is going to continue to be pretty good. So if you're coming out to the lake here soon, pay attention to how fast the water's flowing. If it's flowing slower, you can go smaller with your jig, and if it's going a little faster, you need to make it a little heavier. But I think this white bite's going to be good. I think in a couple days, like I said earlier, that the jerkbait bite will get pretty good. They've been chasing us back to the boat pretty steadily today, so they're starting to get in the mood to chase their food. And definitely try to take some of the slack out of your line and let that jig sink as slowly as possible. That seems to really be helping. Brandon hooked up again? Found a stickfish, a tree pounder. They feel about the same for at least 3 or 4 seconds. I think we're supposed to get a night this week that's going to be even colder than 32. I think they're calling for a night that gets down to 28. Got one? Step up here. Oh, yeah. Need a net for that one?
So pretty.
Oh, yeah. Boop. Oh, I just had a bite. It's so crazy how fast they bite these bigger jigs. Steve was just talking about it a second ago. He said that once he switched to that 80th ounce light jig and put it under a float, that they seem to hold on to it a little bit longer. So these bigger jigs, they're coming up, they're feeling it out, and then they're spitting it right back out. And so that's the reason you got to watch your line, because by the time you feel it, they've already grabbed the tail, let it go. Right now we're on the Eagle Island flat, a little bit shallower here, so you can kind of speed that action up just a touch to keep your jig out of the moss. Ooh. I think I caught the moss that time. I do got to be quicker than that though. Yes, it does. Yeah, when you're trying to watch your line to find a bite and that wind's blowing a little slack into it, it makes it hard to see the bite and to set the hook. And this little eddy down here below Eagle Island has been fairly good for us today too, drifting down towards the docks. Basically, any of these eddies are places where when those shad came down, whether they were dead or alive, they were getting pushed into these eddies, and those fish started figuring out where they were at, and so they're still hanging around the eddies looking for that same thing. And as those schools of shad come down the lake, they don't like that fast current either, so they find dead water pockets and stuff to school up in. Oh, there was a hit. I think I pulled it out of his mouth. We've officially dropped into the eddy below Eagle Island. And something to keep in mind here is that your jig's going to sink a little bit faster. It's all one giant eddy. Water's moving a little slower, so to keep it from snagging up on the bottom too much, you're going to have to work it just a touch faster. Oh, there he was. My line jumped twice. DJ, what'd you say the night fishing was like last night?
Cold. No, it was good. Caught good fish, but I had to work for them. It was a little slower than that.
So they came down last night, drove down and got here and did some wade fishing up by the dam. Said the weather was a little colder than they were expecting, and the fishing was a little slower, but they still caught some nice fish. Fishing the French pearl the whole time?
Yeah.
Fishing the signature series French pearl.
Brandon caught some on the jigs too.
Oh, he caught a few on a jig at night?
Yeah, a couple towards the morning. It's a tough flow to fish. The water's up just a little too high.
Oh, I did go walleye fishing. Not last night, but night before last. I mean, buddy fished down at Bull Shoals up by the dam all night from 10 p.m. till about 5 a.m. We did catch 7 walleye. Had a few on that we lost, but none of them were keeper sized. We were up below the dam fishing, suspending rogues, which are made by Smithwick, and found 7, but none of them were keeper size. They were all under 18 inches, so didn't get to go home with any to eat, but we did get to catch some. And then I drove from there back up here and fished yesterday morning from 6:30 till about 9:30. And the fishing yesterday morning was really great. I caught a ton of big fat rainbows. Got him? All right. You guys doing all right today?
Not really.
Oh, we got doubles. White jigs, 16th ounce. A bunch of shad came over a few days ago. They've really been after anything that looks like a shad. Here, I'll face you. There you go. All right. We've done that. We've done a few doubles today, but we haven't found a triple yet. Yeah, if you've got any white mega worms or anything, try that. That might work. Just put it on a little jig head and let it float. Oh, there he was. Nope, missed him. So we are sitting directly across from Fall Creek Marina now, still on the south bank. We've done fairly good every time we've drifted through here today. Oh, there was one. They are definitely quick. They're definitely quick biting. You got to be quick on the draw. You want to set the hook on one. DJ looks like he's got a case of the fidgets over here setting the hook.
Short striking real bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that there's something to be said about using something smaller. They might hold on to it a little bit longer thinking it's real. I think we'll go down around these docks and then we're gonna call it a day. Look, my jig lost its mojo or something. No, it still looks good.
It makes windy when it's raining.
Oh, that was a touch. Dang it. Yeah, whenever we drifted down this way, we caught them pretty consistently from here all the way down around to where the Acacia Club boat ramp was. We fished this inside edge the whole time. Got one? I saw your rod tip shaking. I know he was on there for a second. Well, this little stretch isn't quite as hot as it was when we came through here an hour ago. Swing and a miss. There he is. You really got to be quick with him. That's a healthier fish down here. Yeah, a little long and skinny. He must not have got in on the shad when they were thick. All right. Hey. Yes, sir.
What's going on?
Oh, doing a one cast.
Hey, I'm the guy that told you about Scooter's place.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Now, we couldn't get into Scooter's.
Gotcha.
Hey, Ben.
Been doing good.
Good.
Good luck to you.
You too. Still white jig?
Oh, yeah. All day. We haven't switched from it. All right. Well, speaking of scooters, Doc, I think as soon as we get there, which is in just a couple 100 feet or so, we're gonna call it a day. There's another one.
It's a bait.
Yeah, they might confuse this little guy for a shad if he's not careful. I think I can get one more cast in there before we hit Scooter's dock. See if we can go 3 in a row. But it's real fun. It's just a ton of fun out here. Gonna be a little cooler the next couple of days, but it doesn't seem to be affecting the way the fish are biting. So get out here and get you some white jigs and enjoy some of this shad bite. But we thank you guys for watching today. Like and share us on Facebook. And we'll get out here and do it for you again tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Oh, right there at the end, broke my jig off on him. Dang it.